How's it going, everybody? It's a beautiful day. Got my hay off my field. I'm done with this first cutting of hay. I'll give an after action report a little bit later, but I've got an hour or so of just fun, some fun time for me to have. So I want you guys to all just feast your eyes on this. Breathe it in a little bit. It's just gorgeous. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Extra lubricated hub seals. Chances of the brakes actually working are about 2%. Fine paint job and then repaint job. Look at the quality there. It gets me. It just gets me in my heart. Tires, those have years left in them. Oh yeah. Maybe a little work needs done. It seems to be. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm excited about this guy. I don't know if you can tell. I picked up, this is a International 2504. It's the industrial model of the 504 tractor, and you can tell that because it says, well, it says industrial, right? So that's the, and it's yellow instead of red. To tell the truth, I'd rather have it red, but I'm all right. You beggars can't be choosers. So I know it's a 2504 because of, to paraphrase one of my favorite YouTubers, because of the way that it is. But it actually took a little bit of work to figure this out. See if I can get it in there. This is the G153 motor, a little 4-cylinder. Oh, I think it's the sources vary on it. Seems to, the consensus is about 44 drawbar horsepower, maybe as much as 50 horsepower at the engine. Of course, that's when it's new. This one here is not new. These were built from 61 through 68. Neat little tractor. I think this will fit a great niche in my place, right? I've got my Super MTA with a Farmhand F21 on it. And this, in all reality, is a far superior loader. 61, I'm about to sneeze here. 61 is when the industry went to high pressure hydraulics. So we could get more power in a smaller package. This is the International, I don't know if this will come up. You can see this 3000 right here. This is a factory International 3000 front end loader. It's had a lot of hours put on it. They've put a back blade on here, and then they did a fine job of scabbing some hard face on there. I mean, just fine. That's just sweet mercy. Oh, that makes me feel good about my Gorilla welds. It really does, because at least I'm not that. And if I was that, at least I could run a grinder. So, in all honesty, I don't know if I have a gem or if I have a turd here. This is just a neat little tractor, and if I can get it running and get it operating to its potential, it's going to do a great job on my place here. Now, it doesn't have any extra remotes for hydraulics. I'll have to consider that, decide if I want more remotes, but it does have the 3-point hitch. Now that's not factory. I mean, let's just get as many degrees of freedom in these 3-point links as we can, so that it can't hold anything stable or level. That'll be fine. But look at that. I can hang a nice sign off of there for a slow moving vehicle. Ooh, that's slick. It's been sitting on this trailer at my neighbor's house for 2, maybe 3 years. And I finally talked him into selling it to me for only a bit more than he paid for it. And I can't blame him for charging me more, all the extra work that's, I mean, look at all this oil is just saturated his trailer with. It's just, that's worth the extra. It's not true. I'm into it for about what he paid for it. It's a good gentleman's agreement. It's in the exact same shape as it was that he bought it in. So he hasn't had a chance to mess with it, so I'm the guy who gets to mess with it. Now, it's a complete tractor. You know, we've got an engine and tires, and we've got a distributor, or excuse me, our alternator here. We've got our distributor here. It's all here. Look at all these clamps. I could build another tractor with these clamps. Got our fuel bowl. So like I said, I've got about an hour, so I'm going to quit yapping. And I want to see if I can get this thing to turn over, crank over, find top dead center, and see if we have any spark in this next little bit of time. So this is going to be a long-term project. First step is to see if we can even get this engine to crank over. And let me tell you something, it is tight in here. I tried to get a wrench down in there on the crank nut, and I wasn't able to get anything in there. It's just tight. So we're talking like Yugo tight. You know, try working on a Yugo someday and getting in and out around there. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a battery in here, and we're just going to try to crank it over and hope that nothing explodes, and try to crank this thing around, find top dead center on cylinder number 1, and see if we can't get this distributor in place and close enough to time to get a little bit of, see if we even have any spark, or even if we have a motor that'll turn around. So that's where we're at, and that's what we're going to try. That's what we're going to try to do. But before we do anything else, guys, just take it in. I know you're feeling just the same way I am. This is going to be awesome. All right, let's get going. Okay, it's time for test number 1. Let's try to apply some of these voltages. Looking for just voltage, you're not looking for current at this moment. So if we see sparks, that's a bad thing. Oh, no sparks. So far so good. Oh man. Good thing I always have the appropriate tool at the appropriate time. Sparks by contacting my Papa. Hi princess. Hi, Papa. What you doing? Coming out to help me? Okay. Okay, one moment. Battery cables are on. Ho, 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 ho. Did you hear that? I heard that. Of course, the fan's not rotating. I detected a little bit of a lope there. Imagine that. Probably have one cylinder that's good, if we're lucky. Better to be lucky than good. If I can get one good cylinder, well, I don't know. We'll see if we can get it started. Okay. Distributor cap is on. Voltage to the coil. We could still have a bad condenser. We could just have a bad cap. but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh yeah, did you see that? I saw a weak, sad, yet a definable spark in there, and I just bit everywhere. That's exciting. Holy crap. So we've got spark. We have an engine that turns over. We got a starter. We've got a start here. We've got potential. I didn't hear anything cranking or grinding. Now I did check the oil before we started this, just for the reference. Hey guys, we're back on this 2504 today. We have spark. The starter will roll it over. Next is timing, then fuel. So right now I'm trying to find top dead center of cylinder number 1. I tried racking my brain of all the creative ways I could use to find top dead center, and I came back to the tried and true. Let's go ahead and just roll the engine over and watch the valves. And when we're on the timing marks and both valves are closed on cylinder number 1, we're at close enough to top dead center to get her to fire over. Went ahead and took the hood off and the valve cover, and let's see what happens when I get in amongst all my mess and just try to roll this engine over manually using an old spare tire tool that I modified to engage. Both of my valves are in the full up position. That means those valves are closed and sealed up against the head. Is that right? I believe that's right. Or it's 180 degrees out and I'm totally wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Okay. We are at top dead center. Let's check where our distributor is lining up with cylinder number 1. See if we have to move it around at all. Oh, look at that. Cylinder number 1. Oh, that's close. I mean, we are a little bit advanced. Let's see, this mark right here I put on the housing is right where my spark plug wire goes for number 1. So we're just going to rotate the distributor to line up right there. Of course, I took my wrench out of my pocket. Forgive me for the stacked washer slash tensioner. My goal is to get this thing to kick and crank over, and then if we got a good motor, we can spend a little bit more time. I have to lengthen that wire up a little bit, give me some more adjustment, but what we have right here should be able to spark and fire over. Okay, I got spark plug wires hooked on there. Let's see what a mess my fuel system is. It's got a filter that'll catch all the big chunks, so I'm going to take a chance and pour some fuel in the tank and then just watch and see how much of a mess it makes, how rotten these hoses are. I should go get a fire extinguisher, make sure my life insurance is paid up. go, perfect. That extra gas all along that paint, that helps to seal it up. It's like waxing paint on these old tractors, you know? No, not at all. All my tractors are all rotting around the intake, the gas tanks, because I can't put gas in there to save my life. Oh yeah, that's a peach. Check that out. No rust at all in there. Let's check and see if I got spark again. Verify. Trust yet verify. All right, plug number 1. That's a spark there. I can't qualify that as good spark, but there is spark. I don't know if the spark will show up on camera. It didn't seem to last time, but... Oh, did you hear that? Oh, it kicked. Check spark again. Okay, I got spark on number 2. And it kicked. It popped just a little bit. I think I just need to get some fuel delivery going here. Might just need a little bit more fuel in the tank to give me some pressure. Oh, that's gross. I didn't see any spark on this one. I had a kind of a bad view. Here we go. Ooh, that spark on that one. Yeah, baby. Yeah, the exposed metal, it's a bad idea, but it's got spark. Although honestly, it didn't make me wet my pants, so it's not that great of spark, you know? It just let me know, kind of a tickle. Stuff a little bit more gasoline in here. And I might go ahead and get out a little starting fluid. Just a touch to see if I can't get it to start drawing fuel down through this fuel filter. videoing. Camera's right there. All right, about $87 worth of gasoline in there now. Let her rip. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah.
That was good.
Okay, we got a couple things to do before we go any further. So you heard that. It runs, it fires up, it starts. But I noticed a couple of things. I'll show you real quick here. My alternator is not tight because it's not the right one. But you'll watch my fan there. Let me crank this thing over. That fan should be spinning. So I'm going to work on that just a little bit, get that thing to free up.
Freeze? Like, oh, it's super hot. I can die.
Then I'm going to go ahead and get that tightened up on the alternator. Get that connected. Hi, Princess. We'll get this thing to fire up and run.
Papa!
Yeah, baby.
Get me up on this.
Well, come here.
And we'll make sure that it'll be fun.
All right, I got some unvideo worthy stuff to do, right? I gotta put a bracket together and get that alternator tightened up. That'll probably get that fan to spin around. And I'm pretty sure while I'm at it, I better add some fluid because, let's see, that would be technically dry as a bone. So I don't know if I have a good radiator or not even. But I'll fill that radiator up. I've already checked the oil. Tighten up that alternator, get that fan spinning. I might even go into town and buy some tune-up parts because, ladies and gentlemen, it popped over and it runs just a tiny bit, and that makes me happy.